Now let's talk about the next question on parliamentary system. The next question on parliamentary system is the Indian parliamentary system is different from the British parliamentary system that India has. So in which sense it is asking, in which sense Indian parliamentary system is different from British parliamentary system. The options are British parliamentary system. The options are both real and nominal executive. That is in India we have real and nominal executive, while in Britain we don't have. Second, a system of collective responsibility. Third, a system of bicameral legislature. Fourth, the system of judicial review. The correct answer to this question will be option D, that is the system of judicial review. Because though Indian parliamentary system, in India we have federal legislature, in India also we have federal legislatures based on parliamentary system of government. So in India we have parliamentary system of, though we have parliamentary system of government. In India we have parliamentary system of government, but an Indian parliamentary system of government is based on British parliamentary system. We don't follow the US model of presidency system, we follow British model of parliamentary system. So British parliamentary system, British parliamentary, based on British parliamentary system. And there are striking similarities between the Indian parliamentary system and British parliamentary system. Why? Because we had experience so in the parliamentary system of British, because Britishers were the rulers in India for a long time, for nearly a century, and this was the reason why we had experience, our national founders had the experience about the parliamentary system, so they adopted the British parliamentary system, and this is the reason that the Indian parliamentary system has a very striking similarity between the with the British parliamentary system, such as in Britain we have, in India also and in Britain also, we have concept of real and nominal executive, real and nominal executive head, executive head. In India also we have real head and nominal executive head. In Britain also we have real head and nominal executive head. In India, in Britain, first let's talk about Britain. In Britain, the Queen or the King, Queen or King, in general term it is called Crown. Crown is the nominal head. Crown is the nominal head, while the Prime Minister is the real head, real executive head, or Council of Ministers are the real executive. So Queen, Crown is the nominal executive, while the Prime Minister, Council of Ministers headed by the Prime Minister are the real executive. So they are the real. In India also we have, in the place of, though we are not monarchical system, we are not a monarchy, we are a republic system. So in India we have President as the nominal executive, President as the nominal executive, while Prime Minister, Council of Ministers headed by the Prime Minister are real executive. So in this sense Indian and British parliamentary system are similar. Now let's talk about the second similarity is that the concept of collective responsibility. So in this sense we can say that in India also and in Britain also both have a collective responsibility, a system of collective responsibility, system of collective responsibility. And how this collective responsibility and what is this collective responsibility, let's talk about. In India, as we know that in Britain also, Britain and India, let's talk about. So first we talk that in Britain we have concept of real along with nominal executive, nominal executive. In India also we have both real and nominal executive. Let me make a very good diagram for you so that you can understand this, that in which sense India and British parliamentary system is similar, and in which sense Indian and British parliamentary system is different from each other. So feature, then Britain, and then India. So the first In this concept of a system of, or we can say it is a concept, or we can say practice, system, concept of practice, any word you can use interchangeably. Practice of both real and nominal executive. So in Britain, Crown is the nominal executive, and Council of Ministers headed by Prime Minister of Britain are real executive. In the same way, in India also, though in India it is not a monarchy, in India is a republican system. So in India also we have President as the constitutional head, or you can say nominal head, while Council of Ministers headed by Prime Minister are real head. And in this we have both in India and in Britain, both these are similar. Second element is about concept of collective responsibility. As we know that to provide a responsible government, the executives are drawn from the legislature. That is, to be a minister or to be a member of the Council of Ministers, you have to be a member of either house of the parliament. And government is formed in the lower house, so mostly from the lower house, though a member can be from upper house also. In the Council of Ministers, a minister can be from the member of upper house also, but generally it is lower house of the parliament. So to be a member of Council of Ministers, you have to be a member of either house of the parliament. So this provides a concept of collective responsibility, because the Council of Ministers is collectively responsible to the lower house, and this is applicable in both Britain also and in India also. That in India also, the members of the Council of Ministers are collectively responsible, that is, they swim and sink together. The concept is called swim and sink together. The members of the Council of Ministers, they swim and sink together, and because they are collectively responsible to the lower house, in India also and in Britain also. Third concept is bicameral legislature. So if you talk about a bicameral legislature, it is true for Britain also and it is true for India also. That in Britain also we have bicameral legislature, and in India also we have bicameral legislature. But the difference is here, that in the case of bicameral legislature, a system of bicameral legislature. So in Britain we have lower house called House of Commons, and there is a upper house or House of Elders, also called House of Lords. So in Britain there is a bicameral legislature. So in India also there is a bicameral legislature, because in India also we follow bicameral model of parliamentary system. Bicameral legislature model of parliamentary system. So at the union level we have Lok Sabha, lower house, and Rajya Sabha, the upper chamber or upper house. So in India also and in Britain both we have common, but the difference is here. The difference is that India is a federation. So in case of federation, India is a federal in structure. India federal in structure. So Britain is not federal in structure, while India is federal in structure. Next feature, unitary. Britain is unitary in structure, while India is not unitary in structure. Unitary in structure. But the most striking difference is the concept of judicial review. Concept of judicial review. Britain does not follow concept of judicial review, while in India we follow concept of judicial review. So what is this judicial review, and why in India we follow concept of judicial review while in Britain they don't follow concept of judicial review? The reason is that in India we follow the concept of constitutional supremacy. In India, constitution is supreme. Constitution is supreme. So we follow the concept of constitutional supremacy. India follows the concept of constitutional supremacy. Constitutional supremacy. Because Indian constitution is enacted, it has been enacted, it has been coded. So Indian constitution is codified, it is enacted, it is codified, it has been codified, enacted, it has been codified, it has been written. So India has a constitution written, codified and enacted constitution. It is federal in structure. So we follow the concept of constitutional supremacy. So in India, constitution is supreme. And all the organs of state, so all the other organs of the polity, that is executive, legislature and judiciary. There is a balance has been provided between all these three organs of the state, that is three organs of the polity. So there is a fine balance. So in India, it means no one can go outside the provisions of the constitution. They have to follow the constitutional supremacy, because in India we have concept of constitutional supremacy, though we have concept of separation of power, but it is based on doctrine of checks and balances. That is, in India, no organ of state or no organ of polity can override or can you can say override other. So there is a fine balance of concept of checks and balances, and this can be understood by this diagram, that there is a legislature. So there is a legislature, there is executive, and there is judicial. Judiciary has control over executive by the means of judicial review, and executive has control over legislature, over judiciary by the means of, we can say, appointment, because it is the executive that appoints the judges by the means of appointment. So by the means of appointment, executive can have control over judiciary. Judiciary has control over legislature by the means of judicial review, as well as doctrine of basic structure. So judiciary has control over legislature by the way of removal. Legislature has control over judiciary